ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Mr. Anchor, back with you for another episode of the Mr. Anchor Show. Alright, this episode, I want everybody to pay attention. Crybabies, take out your pacifiers, pop the tit out of your mouth. Pay attention, it'll be okay. Adults, hey, just spend a few minutes here, put aside all your logic, put aside all your feelings, and just sit down and enjoy. Anybody in between, fuck off. Nah, I just pick it. Enjoy also. Trump did this thing about the border. I mean, he did the executive action on immigration, and he's going to install the wall or build the wall. I mean, you can't. I mean, you can install a wall, but you know what I mean. It's such a big wall, you got to build it. But that's besides the point. Anyways, and he's telling immigration people that we're going to enforce the laws of this nation. Now, people are in an uproar about this because they think it's unfair, and all of a sudden all these sanctuary cities popped up across the whole United States, which I find it hilarious because of this reason right here. The United States is a sanctuary city for immigration. I mean, the whole country is, not just a state. I mean, a city, whatever. Just ignore what I said. It's a country that is sanctuary for immigrants. So the whole nation is a sanctuary. But as long as it's done legally. Here's the part that people do not get. It's the illegal part. You put that illegal in front of immigrant, and you got a completely separate world. People are going, okay, well, people are trying to get away from their country, live a better life. This nation was founded on immigrants, da-da-da-da-da. All right, let's go back through history. All right, when our ancestors first discovered this country and we started coming over here, command and conquer was the rule of the world. You're comparing two separate timelines to each other. You can't compare when our ancestors came over, before there was law, before we made a country, before we made procedures. You can't count that. You can't count that. That's comparing two separate worlds. It's impossible. I mean, please let me know if we're in the command and conquer days. Like I said, I got a neighbor down the road. It's got a really nice house. I'll be moving in tonight. So please, in the comment section below, let me know that is the way, and show me the laws and the codes, and I'm going to have me a new house tonight. I guarantee you can't compare two separate worlds. We made laws. And these laws, I mean, we are a nation of laws. We enforce our laws. And if we don't enforce our laws, I mean, what's the point in even having law? And what's the point of even having law enforcement? You got to think of it that way. We created immigration laws for a reason. We want to know who's coming in and out of our home. Our country is our home. It belongs to each and every single one of us. And we have a right to know who's coming in and leaving this country. Why? Because we want to know what's coming in. We want to know who's going where. Why? For safety and security. That's why. We're not very popular amongst the world right now. And there's some people that mean to do us harm. And there's people who want to escape from their countries, but for the wrong reasons. Are they the majority? No, the majority that come over here are actually, they're trying to just escape and get a better life. But yet again, they failed to do it the right way. Now, if the right way needs some modifications, then yeah, so be it. Let's modify the immigration process and make it a little bit more easier, or simpler, or less cost effective, or cost effective for the people that are trying to immigrate here to the United States. So, maybe that could be taken a look at, but our law says you will not enter this country illegally because we don't know who you are. We're not taking that chance. Because 11 million people just from the south of the border. That's just from the south. 11 million. That's a lot of daggone people. That's a lot of strangers that you just let into your home. I mean, does everybody out here, open up their doors for every Tom, Dick, and Harry that walks by? No, you don't. Because we're smarter than that. We get to know the people. Because inside our own country, we got our own whack jobs. And that's another reason why we keep track of people going in and out of our country, because we got our own whack jobs that we're trying to keep from going out to other places. You know, we're trying to capture them because, our countries have this little kind of symbiont of commodity towards one another, saying, okay, we got our fuck ups, we'll take care of our fuck ups, you take care of yours. Make sure yours don't escape, and we'll make sure ours don't escape. It's just the way of the world. So, people arguing against this are arguing the emotional. If you want to come to this country, come here legally. That's all we ask. Welcome to the United States of America. Do it the right way. Come here legally. You have no problems. If you're here illegally, then you broke laws. You broke laws to be in this great nation. And that is not starting off on the right foot. I'm sorry. If you think that the first thing that is proper to do when you're introduced to a new homeless, just walk up and break their shit and say, hey, it's just me. It doesn't work that way. And I'm not saying they're coming in here and breaking our shit, but I'm just saying that, I'm trying to think of an equivalent here of being disrespectful to someone's personal home, but it's not quite grasping. Because, either way, it's going to make somebody somewhere sound bad, and somebody's going to take it out of the context. And the way people are all these days, they'll get their panties in a wad, and next thing you know, I'll have picket signs out in front of my front yard, and I'll have some crying hippies over there hugging a fucking tree. Oh, did you see that shit? Shia LaBeouf getting arrested? That was some of the most cult shit I've ever seen in my entire life. You want to see what a cult videotape looks like? Just watch the Shia LaBeouf arrest tape. I mean, you just got to watch the last minute. I mean, with them chanting and that girl just holding the heart up in front of the camera like she's trying to block that, what we know is going on right behind her. Really? Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I mean, this was cult status right there. I mean, if anything rings cult to me, that right there said cult. I mean, the only thing that needed to complete the picture was a tree somewhere and somebody hugging it going, that would have completed the picture just perfectly. But unfortunately, that wasn't there. But anyways, yeah, we gotta stop arguing about emotional aspects of this. Yes, we understand people are trying to flee persecution and trying to make a better life for themselves. Maybe we should reevaluate our immigration process and how people can be able to get in. I mean, have them serve in the military. If they don't serve in the military, they go to school as long as they're making passing grades and they graduate. That's citizenship. I don't know. Create programs like that. And then make it, have those programs jack up the prices for those programs. And I mean, so that they pay. I mean, it doesn't have to be that much. But with 11 million people, you can jack it up a little bit so that it'll help cover the cost of immigration for those who want to migrate here legally. Like I said, I'm not saying jack it up like going, okay, well, your college tuition just went from $5,000 to $10,000 per semester. No, I'm talking about, maybe an extra $500 or so on each student that's in that program, that helps alleviate the financial burden for people who want to migrate here legally, where people think that process is too expensive. I mean, just an idea. I mean, why not? Why not? This is about security. And not only is it about our security, it's about the security across the border as well. Because if 11 million people can sneak across the border, what's sneaking over there? And vice versa. It'll stop the drugs, it'll stop the arms trade. Sex trafficking has picked up here in the last few years. That's a very dirty detail that a lot of people don't like to mention. But by not securing our borders, we're condoning these actions. We're condoning the violence that is bred with it and basically saying nothing. And that's wrong. I'm Mr. Hanger, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all enjoyed this explanation for dummies. Or, well, I better not call it that. I'll probably get copyright infringement or something. You said for dummies. Okay. The explanation for common people. There you go. How's that sound? Are we all fine and dandy now? Can we all just sit down and realize that we gotta enforce laws? That laws were created for a reason? Maybe things aren't as bad as they seem to be. I'm Mr. Anger. Have a great day.